Happy Monday. Good morning and happy Tuesday. It's almost 7 o'clock, 6:57. I did not get a chance to really vlog at all yesterday. I had a teacher from my school who I used to actually work with as I was the instructional assistant and she was the teacher, the classroom teacher. She surprised me with some Starbucks yesterday, so that was so nice. And so she came to the room and we had a chance to really sit down and chat for a little bit, so that was really nice. But just got here. Yeah, already got to deal with drama. So yesterday got an email at the end of the day, something that happened during specials that I wasn't aware of. And so because it's these two particular students have just had some issues together this year, parents are really concerned, about how to move forward. So I need to deal with that. I just want to teach. I am so sick of this drama, and it's not all of them. It's a handful, but it's enough that it just really makes me regret coming to fourth grade. I think with this particular group of students, I know it won't always be this way, so I'm just trying to stay positive, hang in there, because it's definitely not the content. I love the fourth grade content. It's definitely not departmentalization. I cannot say enough about how much I love departmentalization. And it's also not the schedule. I think we have a great schedule. So it's none of those things that are really causing me to just be so done with this. So I'm just really tired of the drama. I really am. And I just want to teach. That's all I want to do. It's what I love to do. It's just what I want to do. I don't want to constantly be a referee, a counselor, a mental health specialist. Like, I'm just tired of that. So I've been just kind of brainstorming some ideas, but if anyone has some suggestions, I would really, really appreciate them and love them, because I need help. Send help. How about that? So we are going to work again on word parts. I have a paper that they're going to do, must be in my drawer, for context clues. And in writing, they are like 90% done with their narratives. So some of them are going to start presenting today if they would like, while others finish theirs up today during win time. My afternoon group is going to need some time to probably work on theirs, because theirs are not really done. So they're going to have more time to work on that. But that should be about it for today. Yeah, so hopefully it's a smooth day. Just found out the instructional assistant that I share with a teacher next door will not be in today. So yeah, that'll be that. And yeah, the teacher next door was not here yesterday. She was at an all-day meeting, so we had a sub. So that was another reason why when I came in yesterday morning, I just needed to kind of focus on the sub after I was talking to my coworker. So turning on my lights, and yep, I think that's about it. So I will catch you a little bit later. All right, so it's the end of the day. Thank goodness. I just finished prepping tomorrow. The kids are gonna do a game with some cards for word parts. So they're gonna have some prefixes and suffixes, and are they gonna have some? And what they're gonna do is they're going to take what they have and see if they can make a word. So they'll have some root words as a wild card. So it's almost like playing Uno, because I'll make a pile, and then out of the pile they'll each get 5 cards, and then they'll pick from the deck of cards, and each time they will try to make a word and go around. I'm not explaining that very well, but I have a sheet where there's some instructions, and then every time that they make a word, they're going to write it here, and then it tells us to circle each part of the word. So they'll circle the prefix, the root word, or the suffix. And then here are the directions. It's called Word Builder. This is from Caitlin's Learning Studio, I guess off of TPT. I'm not really sure. My partner teacher gave it to me, so I'm not really sure. But also, I will have with my dot camera these words that they can use from this bank if they wanted to use this as a reference. So they will do that. So today was okay. I dealt with the drama issue this morning. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as I thought, so that was good. Close this door. And the day was okay. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of drama, and just small behaviors that it's quite a few of them, so it feels like it's more because it's quite a few of them behaving a certain way. But I don't expect for them to be perfect or anything like that. So it's okay. We made it. It's the end of the day. So I was just doing some prep because I do not typically take anything home to do. Luckily, with departmentalization, one of those perks that I can get things done. I will usually do stuff on a Sunday morning, making sure I'm planned out for the week. But then that's about it. And I don't need to worry about grading at home or anything like that. I'm able to do all of that during my contract hours. So, and I've never been able to say that before in my 3rd year. So it's all due to departmentalization. So that is definitely a perk. So I would highly recommend departmentalization if that is possible for you. I definitely don't really see myself going back into teaching all subjects. I would if I had to, of course, but it's really, really nice. So that is it. I'm turning off my lights. It is about 3:13, and I typically leave at 3:15 each day, so I don't stay too long. That's perfect. I really like that time. So just gathering my stuff, so I'll be ready in the morning. So that is it, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Just got in. I came from the other side of the building because I was talking to a coworker, and when I come in through that way, I always the door is unlocked, so I always lock my door, just because if there was a reason to have to close my door. So sorry about that, guys. Someone came to my door and I never got a chance to go back to the vlog, but I was just mentioning that I'll always make sure that my door is locked in case of an emergency, such as a lockdown, or if I just needed to quickly close my door. I always know that it's secure and locked. So now back to the vlog. Good morning. It's Thursday. Let me apologize for this messy vlog, if that's what you want to call it. So I just got in. It is about 6:45, super early today. Just went to bed early last night, but wanted to kind of talk to you about like the drama I've been seeing has been happening. So yesterday was Wednesday, and we typically, stay for meetings. So what my school is now doing on Wednesdays, one Wednesday a month, we will have a committee meeting. You're part of a committee. So when this happened, I let the principal know, like, wait, I'm a BT, and so we are only required to teach. Thought I heard somebody knocking at my door. And that's it. So the principal was like, you're right, you are. So didn't have to do a committee. So she asked me how I would feel about how I would feel if she did a committee where she got all the BTs together, all the beginning teachers together, and we were able to like have a safe space and talk, that type of thing. And I thought that was a great idea. So that's what we've been doing the last 2 months. So yesterday we got to meet, and I do like it because it is a time where we can talk about some things, and we kind of get it being beginning teachers, and it's a whole nother support system, which I appreciate. So she asked us some questions, we answered them. And then we just kind of talked about some challenges. And I was very honest in the fact that if my daughters were not in the school district, I live about 20 miles out. So they have been a part of this school district since kindergarten. And they're now in high school. So my thing was, if they were not a part of the district, and I didn't have the support of my team teacher, who I absolutely love, I would consider doing something else. Whether that means go to a different school, take a break from teaching, just because it has not been enjoyable at all this year. The behaviors of the drama, like, it's not even bad behaviors, like it's not like all day every day, but it's just been enough where it's draining. And one of the BTs is a specials teacher, and she kind of was like agreeing, like, yeah, you've got a challenging group. So just kind of, the principal was super supportive, and I'm the type that I always try to think of solutions, but with this one, I'm like, I'm trying things in my classroom to help things get better all the time, but it's definitely taking a mental toll. And I'm just, I let her know, like, I was in the car yesterday on the way home, on the way to school yesterday morning, and thought to myself, 3 more quarters. Like, the first quarter is getting ready to end on Friday, and I have 3 more to go. Like, that made me sad, because I don't know if I can deal with this group for that long. So my team teacher had mentioned a couple of days ago, when I just told her, I was like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I know what else to do, but this is a lot. And I regret moving up to 4th grade from where I was, because I was a lot more happier in 3rd grade. And the cohort of kids in 3rd grade is quite different from this cohort in 4th grade, who I have known to be very challenging. I was their kindergarten assistant for many of them, and then I was with them last year as their teacher for 3rd grade for many of them. So as a cohort, they are a challenging group. So I knew that, and I knew it wouldn't be easy, nor do I want or need it to be, but I didn't think it was gonna take this toll where I'm really like considering doing something different. So my team teacher had mentioned, what if we could like take the two classes, because we share between the two of us, and kind of reconfigure it. And when she said, I was like, ooh, that's a great idea. But I didn't really think the principal would go for that. Well, yesterday when we were talking, and I mentioned to her that, as you know, how me and the team teacher had talked and mentioned that, and she said, well, I was just thinking that. And the other people in the meeting were kind of like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And I was like, you would allow us to do that? And she's like, absolutely. Like, if it's going to be the best thing for you all and for the students, absolutely. And with the quarter going to be ending this week, this is the best time to do it. That was like a load off me. Now, haven't figured out which students, and it's not a matter of looking at like who is like the most troubling or most with the behaviors. It's more just like the balance. And so I need to look really like even at the gender. I'm pretty girl heavy on my side, and I think my team teacher is more boy heavy. So if we could maybe balance that a little bit, that I feel like would be that would be really helpful too. So yeah, I am just excited and happy that she was willing to hear me and think of a solution, help me think of a solution. Of course, at first she was kind of like, you know, why aren't you coming to me? Why aren't you talking to me? You know, blah, blah. But I'm also the type that I am a problem solver. And so my thing is, if I don't feel like there's any solution to this problem, like, what's the point? So all that to say, if you're feeling overwhelmed or having trouble or whatever, you know, try your best to speak up, go to your principal, talk to them, because most of them do want to help you, and that's what they're there for. So yeah. So I feel better about that. We're gonna see how the day goes. We're supposed to have lunch bunch today because today is Thursday, and me and my team teacher started lunch bunch last week, but our instructional assistant has been out the last few days with her, one of her kids, and just got a message that she's out again today. So we're gonna need to cancel lunch bunch, which is too bad. We could do it tomorrow, but tomorrow is the end. I was gonna say it's the end of the month, and so we typically have our birthday celebration, but technically next Tuesday is the last day of the month, so we could just do it then. We have a couple of birthdays. So the way we celebrate it is we have those kids, they can have lunch in the classroom and watch like a show. I say movie, but it's like a 30-minute show or something like that. And they really seem to enjoy that, a way for them to celebrate their birthday, since there's 45 of them. So that was the best way right now we could come up with celebrating their day. So it's Thursday. Today we're talking about figurative language. We've already talked about this before, but because this is our last week of the quarter, we actually were ahead a week in our pacing. So we decided to talk more this week about word parts and figurative language, just as a review, because we just kind of noticed that students need a little more practice with that. So we are using RTA, which is Read to Achieve passages, which are really great because those passages are really good because we have what's called North Carolina check-in coming up next week. And so that's where we're going to get to see if they're able to apply some of these strategies and skills to different standards. So we're going to do a passage together, and they take a whiteboard and they answer as we read along and do some of the questions. Then we're going to talk about some idioms, and I think I maybe have like one or two is finishing their writing, but for the most part, everyone's done. So they're taking time to share their writing during the writing block, and that's it. So, yeah, I will say I don't even have any slides. I do have a video that they can watch, like a brain pop, that's on my computer. And so if you know anything about brain pop, I like those too, because it's another way that you can assess. Because like I said, I take the whiteboard and have them write down their answers, because the brain pop will stop mid through. There's a brain pop junior, which is for the younger ones, and then there's a regular brain pop. So I like to use that one because they are able to have to pay attention and answer those questions along the way. So, but just want to apologize that this week's vlog is very messy. I really apologize that maybe next week will be better. And speaking of next week, we actually have a teacher work day on Monday. Let me tell y'all about that, because the way I've been feeling this week, I had a coworker on Monday bring me a coffee, and I was just telling her, like, I think I'm gonna take the following Monday off for a mental health day. Like, I can't come into this building, which I typically always come in for teacher work days, because I'm like, it's a great time to get work done, and I'd rather do it than have to do it at home. But I don't mind doing work at home either, sitting on my couch, whatever. But I was like, I don't want to use my time for that if I'm still gonna work. But I just was feeling the heaviness of the year happening. And so I told myself I was going to, this weekend, I'm going to get my hair done. On Monday, I'm going to just go get my nails done, eyebrows, all that stuff. And yes, that is superficial stuff, but I do other things for myself every morning. Well, for the most part, my goal is 3 to 4 times a week. I get up at 5 a.m. and I work out. And that's just a time that I just kind of zen. And I try to be in the bed early. I like to lay in the bed and just kind of sit and think and reflect. So I do things for myself, but I also like other things. I like materials, so superficial type things. And so I was gonna treat myself, which I still am, but we found out we can do a telework day. So that means we can work from home. So I am super excited about that, because now I can just work from home, and then I can still in the afternoon go get my nails done. So that feels like a win-win, and just have some time away from, you know, school for the most part. The type of work I'm going to be doing is like we're getting ready for report cards, so I'm going to do a information sheet that we have that has standards on it, and it's just a check minus type thing that just kind of shows if they're showing some proficiency in that or not. So I need to do that for all 44 students, and that won't take me very long, but I can take my time with it, and I have a plan for Monday. It won't be overwhelming. So all right, I have rambled on, and hopefully I will get a chance to kind of show you some things that's happening in the classroom today, and close out this vlog later this afternoon. But if not, I will see you tomorrow. Happy Friday. Yay. Just got in 6:45, early. But you know, just ready to get the day started so that it's done. So these are my stools that I'm taking down. Since today is Friday, we do a weekly newsletter, so I need to send that out. I think it's my turn. Me and my team teacher take turns on who sends it out, and I think it's my Friday. So I need to do that. For today, they're going to watch a brain pop. The brain pop is going to be a review on figurative language. So I have them take a whiteboard and answer questions along the way. We're going to practice some idioms because they really like idioms. And then they have a independent passage on ReadWorks. I put it on Google Classroom. I have audio available for those who need it or want it, and they answer the vocab question, and then there'll be some questions based on figurative language. So, and then with my afternoon class, I'm gonna do the RTA passages that I've been talking about all week. I'm not gonna do it with my morning class just because it's just taking so long. And in writing today, I want everyone to get a chance to present their writing if they want to. So in order to have time to do that, they're gonna have to cut out something, and so the mini lesson would be way too long. So I'm trying to look for my RTA passages so I can show you. So RTA just means read to achieve, if you don't know. I don't know if it's a North Carolina thing or if it's everywhere, but it's just a passage like this. It has the standard at the top, which for us is L 4.5. So it's based off of that standard. They read the passage, and then there's some questions that we go off of based on figurative language or that standard. And so it's really great practice because it gives me an idea of who is understanding, somewhat gives me an idea of who's understanding, because we are doing a whole class. But the reworks passage will be independent, so that's a great way for me to kind of get an understanding of who is understanding that standard. I am going to start that email so I can send it. Oh, the email about the switch that is going to happen with students is going to go out really soon. Once my team teacher gets here, excuse me. Once my team teacher gets here, I want to ask her about one more thing to add in there, and then we'll send that. The principal approved it yesterday, the email. So it's good to go. So that we can make those changes in the classroom I was telling you, just to give our classroom a better balance, behaviorally and academically. So thankful for that. That feels like a load off. Yesterday, got another email about two girls. So it's just never ending, but I don't feel as, I don't know if it was overwhelmed or just frustrated, but I don't feel as frustrated because I know there's a plan. There's a plan to, do some switching, which I think is just gonna be so helpful for both me and my team teacher, but also for the students, the classrooms. So for both classrooms. So I feel like with that has just really made me feel, it just feels less heavy. So I'm excited about that. We're gonna let those individual parents know, which is just about 3 from each class, but we're gonna let them know probably Monday or Tuesday, and then we'll make the switch. Chances are I may or may not be able to come back. So in the case that I don't, I just want to thank you all so much again for watching my vlogs, and just appreciate those of you that have taken the time to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. So until next time, bye y'all.